Welcome back. In this short video, we're going to talk about inclusivity and accessibility. These are two design concepts we need to consider when we design our course material, our curriculum, or when we design our individual lessons. And AI can be of help again when we talk about inclusive and accessible materials. Let's take a look at what we mean by all of this and what AI can do for us. From a technological perspective, AI can help us when we need to turn speech to text or text to speech, because AI can help us dictate our messages, our instructions, but AI can also help us read what we cannot see on the screen. So speech to text is basically dictation, all kinds of dictation functions we can access built in our computers or built in various text editors such as Google Docs or Microsoft Word. Text to speech is when these are basically screen readers. I'm going to show most of these features using Microsoft's Immersive Reader, which is a feature you can access in the online version of Microsoft Word or in the built-in desktop version. In order to show the features, I'm going to use a text that describes the universal design for learning, which is a framework that puts the learner in the center of learning and learning design. In other words, every learner should have access to the same kind of content, and they should be able to choose what works for them the best. That sometimes means they get to access the same content in different formats. Maybe some learners listen to the content, some learners read the content. They also get to choose which form of testing works for them the best. So UDL is a useful framework for redesigning your entire course, but also redesigning each and individual lesson in order to make every learner seen and heard. So let's take a quick look at how Microsoft's Immersive Reader works. As you can see, I inserted this text that describes the universal design for learning. We're going to go into View and click on Immersive Reader, which activates this feature. The first thing you'll see is that the text layout has changed. It is much bigger and the lines are further apart, which makes it easier for dyslexic students to read the text. You can also look at the features up here: text preferences, grammar options, and reading preferences. In text preferences, we can set the font size, so even learners with visual impairment can make the text visible. We can increase or decrease spacing between the lines. We can change the font. Typically, sans serif fonts are easier to read for dyslexic learners. We can also change the background color. With that, again, we can make the text more visible or easier to read. And that's basically it for text preferences. Within grammar options, we can set the syllables. Again, this is going to make it easier for some learners to read the text, but we can also use it for learning the language. So we can highlight different parts of speech. We can highlight nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs, and we can also show the labels. This could be good for close reading or language work. And within reading preferences, we can set a line focus. Again, this makes it easier for those learners to read who get lost in the text easily. We can also turn on and off the picture dictionary. We can translate the entire text to a lot of languages. Now we would need someone to double check the correctness of the Japanese translation. And we can turn on reading practice, which helps the learner read aloud for word accuracy, speed, and pronunciation. When we go into the reading practice, we can pick a reading coach for us. And we can set the pronunciation sensitivity, and I want I can choose between supportive or direct feedback type, and I can also set the voice of the feedback coach. With this, we basically can turn on an entire reading coach, and we can utilize all the features that AI can give us in helping us understand the text more easily.